We're here now at Welland Stadium as we apologize for the technical difficulties that we were having trying to get this stream up and running, but we are up now. It is a 0-0 game. One out here in this first inning with Jake Harford getting the start for the Jackfish. It's Cleveland Brownlee at the dish right now with a runner on first base. That's Drew Lawrence. He had an infield single as he's taking off for second. The throw down, and it is in time. Sam Cocker catches Drew Lawrence on the move to second base. And there's two outs now. The first out of the game was the leadoff hitter, Jacob Newton. He grounded out to second base. So there's two gone in this inning now as Cleveland Brownlee stands in a 1-1 count. We'll get you the major starting lineup as we move along. Here's Harford's next pitch is a breaking ball. It's inside. And the count's now 2-1. Harford on the season has gotten off to a great start. This is his fourth start of the year. He's won his first three, and his last time out pitched a complete game. Trying to replicate some of that magic here against their rival, the London Majors. Next pitch is a fastball. He misses outside. And it's a 3-1 count to the Majors' designated hitter, Cleveland Brownlee, and a guy who's off to a very hot start this year, hitting .459 with 6 home runs. Not a guy you want to be falling behind in the count to. Here comes the 3-1 from Harford. It's bounced on the ground to third base. Picked up by Smeebert. Throw across the diamond. It's in time to retire the side. One runner gets on. He gets caught stealing. And Harford faces the minimum here in the first. Now we go to the bottom half, and the Jackfish coming to hit. Bottom of the first inning we go now as the Jackfish come up for their first trip through the lineup, and they're going to face off against Pedro de los Santos, getting the start for the Majors. This is his second start of the season, his fourth overall appearance. Has a .450 ERA, and the lineup that he's going to be facing on the Jackfish side looks like this. Gio Morello leads off and plays center field. Tyler Dupuis, the shortstop, bats second. Brandon Nicholson in right field hits third, and then Sam Cocker doing the catching bats fourth. James Smeebert getting his first opportunity in the lineup, bats fifth. He plays third base. Ethan Hunt out in left field, bats sixth. Leo Mercadic plays second base and bats seventh. Hogan Brown, the first baseman, hits eighth. And Mateo Porcelato, doing the DH today, rounds out the order and bats ninth. So stepping into the left-handed batter's box now is the regular Jackfish leadoff hitter. He's been in that leadoff spot all season long. And before the year started, Brian Essery said this is kind of the guy who's going to get that offense going at the top of the lineup as he takes down low for ball one. He's got some pop, as we've seen, had a home run a few games ago here at the pond. Also got a lot of speed on the bases as well. 9 stolen bases on his ledger this year. He takes a strike on the outside corner. So a guy at the top of the lineup that can get on base, batting .286. With speed and some power as well as he grounds a ball down to first base. Picked up by Welland. He'll take it to the bag himself. And there's quickly one away for De Los Santos as he gets the Jackfish leadoff man. So 3 unassisted on the putout right there for Welland, and with De Los Santos on the mound, the lefty, not a ton of velocity, but a guy who mixes up his pitches well. He's got good off-speed stuff, also able to move the ball around the strike zone, able to locate those pitches exactly where he needs it as he faces Dupuis now, as Tyler Dupuis takes up high. He's playing shortstop here today. The regular second baseman for the Jackfish. Mike Wagner not in the lineup. He was a late scratch. So Dupuis slides over to shortstop, something he has done already this year. No, he's very capable of playing both middle infield spots as he takes another ball. It's inside. And the count's now 2-0 with 1 away in this first inning. De Los Santos' next pitch is up high. And the count's now 3-0. For De Los Santos, because of that lack of velocity, doesn't get a ton of strikeouts, but he'll be looking for weak contact, and that's what he got out of the leadoff man, Morello. 3-0 pitch, down low, it's ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to Tyler Dupuis after getting the ground out to start the ball game, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Brandon Nicholson.
Right fielder number 13, Brandon Nicholson.
Nicholson hitting in this third spot all season long. The top of the lineup has remained fairly consistent for the Fish. Dupuis started the season hitting in that number 5 spot, but because of the hot start was moved up into the 2-hole. Also has some speed over there at first base. And the pitch just grazes the outside edge. And the count's 0-1. Dupuis over there at first base has 12 stolen bases on the season. Pickoff move to first. Diving back in time. But a good pickoff move from the lefty De Los Santos, and Dupuis over there at first base was leaning towards second like he wanted to run. And a good throw might have gotten him, but he still got back. So he stands over there at first base, takes his lead, and he is running now. Pitches high and away. Throw down to second, and it is in time. Dupuis caught stealing. And there's 2 gone here in the first. In the top half, Sam Cocker threw out a base runner trying to steal. And now Robert Mullen throws out a base runner. So 2 caught stealings early on in this ball game. And in a 1-1 count, Nicholson now will hit with nobody on base. Here comes the 1-1 pitch from De Los Santos, and it's inside. The count's 2-1. We were talking before the game about how De Los Santos takes a lot of time between pitches. Really likes to get a feel for the baseball, as he's doing that right now, standing behind the rubber. Now looking in for a sign. He's got it. Pitching out of the full windup. Here comes the 2-1. Swung on and missed by Nicholson. And the count evens up at 2-2. Nicholson hitting .359 on the year. Good for 8th place in the IBL. As he awaits a 2-2 pitch. Outside, he missed it. And the count's now 3-2 for De Los Santos. Pitching now in his 5th season in the IBL. Did play 1 year in the Dominican Summer League in the New York Mets organization. 3-2 pitch to Nicholson, taken over the outside corner. That's strike 3. He got him looking. And the inning is over. So De Los Santos faces the minimum as well here in the first as we go to the top of the second.
And it's now time.
Second inning we go now as Robert Mullen leads things off. For the London Majors, he's the number 4 hitter in this lineup, and he does the catching, a guy with a lot of pop out of that 4 spot. He's got 3 home runs on the season. Good for 3rd place in the IBL, and he had one here at the Pond the last time London played. Hit it out to right center field, so we know he's got some opposite field power. The right-handed hitter stands in against the right-handed pitching Hartford, who faced the minimum in the first. First pitch of the second inning is a breaking ball, and it's skied foul down the left field line, moving into the seats. And Hartford gets ahead in the count, 0-1, and this Majors lineup, looking at the batting averages, just one player under 300. Robert Mullen on the season, hitting in the 400s at 429. Sitting in 3rd place in the IBL for batting average. He's behind in the count, 0-1, and the pitch from Hartford hit right to shortstop, picked up by Dupuis on a hop. Fire it across the diamond, it's in time to retire Mullen. That ball was scorched off the bat. Just a one-hopper to the shortstop, but he made an easy play of it. And there's one gone. So now Starling Joseph comes up to the dish, and a very animated guy out there. Remember last time he was here doing all sorts of things in the batter's box. Once again, another right-handed hitter comes up to the plate. Hartford's been strong early on in this one. First pitch to Joseph, swing and a miss on a high fastball. And it's 0-1, and with this Majors lineup, with so many good quality hitters in it, it's going to be super important for Hartford and any pitchers that come into this game for the Jackfish to get ahead of the hitters. Next pitch is a breaking ball, grazes the inside corner. And speaking of getting ahead of the hitters, Hartford's now way up. It's 0-2. On the Majors, right fielder Joseph. The 0-2 from Hartford, way up and in. And you could see Hartford that time, little bit of a quick pitch, usually lifts his leg up, has a slow delivery towards the plate, used more of a slide step on that one. And he missed up high. The count's now 1-2. No score in this game. The Majors do have one hit coming back in the first inning. It was an infield single. Breaking ball ripped down the left field line, but it's hooking well foul onto the berm. And the count remains at 1-2. To start off this at-bat, Joseph swung and missed at a high fastball. That time he got way out in front of a breaking ball, so see what Hartford goes with now in a 1-2 count. And here comes the offering. It is a fastball, and it's hit into left field. That's a base hit. Joseph around first base. He'll put on the brakes. So back-to-back hard-hit balls here in this second inning. One resulted in an out, but that time it got over the head of Dupuis and into left field. Now a runner on at first base. For Taylor Wright, the shortstop, left-handed hitter, hitting .324 on the season. And if you see a .324 batting average, you'd usually think, wow, he must be up there tops on the team. But, as I mentioned before, so many great hitters in this lineup as he takes inside for strike one. And the count's 0-1. Right from Vancouver, playing in his first season with the Majors. Next pitch from Hartford, hit in the air, right field. Nicholson on the run, looking up, and it is gone. A home run right inside the right field line. And the Majors jump out early. It's 2-0. Off the bat there, it looked like the ball may hook foul, but it was hit a mile in the air. And it just kept carrying and got over top of that foul pole out there in right field. And it's the Majors getting out to an early lead. It's 2-0. So the Jackfish offense is going to have some work to do to come back, and that's now 3 times in this inning. A lot of solid contact from this Majors lineup. Pitches outside. It's a ball. This is Gibson Krasminski at the plate right now, another left-handed hitter. As the Majors lead it 2-0, and Hartford falls behind Krasminski, playing third base today. Next pitch from Hartford drifts outside, and it's 2-0. In Hartford's last start, of course, he was able to reel it in and pitch a complete game and got the win, but we noticed in that one as well, when he would miss with the fastball, he was missing to the arm side. That's something he's done early on in this game, too. Here comes the 2-0. That fastball just above the letters, and it's 3-0 now. So after a single, then gives up a 2-run homer. Now falls behind the number 7 hitter, 3-0. Standing on deck is Phil Whalen playing first base today. Here comes the 3-0 pitch. It's a fastball, and he misses up high. And after that walk, Sam Cocker, the catcher, is going to go out and have a chat with his starting pitcher. This is a good time right now to check out the Majors lineup. We didn't get to it earlier on. Jacob Newton is the leadoff hitter in center field. Drew Lawrence bats second. In left field, Cleveland Brownlee, the DH, hits third. Robert Mullen, the catcher, bats fourth. Starling Joseph plays right field. Taylor Wright, the shortstop. Gibson Krasminski, third base. Phil Whalen bats eighth, plays first base. And then Chris McQueen, the second baseman, rounds out the order and hits ninth. So now with a runner at first base, in Gibson Krasminski, Phil Whalen gets his first shot of the game. The number 8 hitter stands in, and he grounds a ball to shortstop. Dupuis picks it up, short hop, throws it to second. They get the lead runner. A strong defensive play by the shortstop, Dupuis. Knew they weren't going to be able to turn two, so he went the short way to second base, and it's always good when you can get that lead runner. Keep any men out of scoring position at any means possible, and he did it right there. And now coming up is the number 9 hitter in Chris McQueen and playing second base today for the Majors. McQueen off to a slow start at the plate, but has been very solid on the defensive side of the ball. Hitting .194, batting at the bottom of this Majors lineup. First pitch to him from Hartford is taken for a strike. And the count's 0-1, and if you're a pitcher in this situation facing the number 9 hitter who's hitting under 200, this is the guy you want to go after. This is the guy you want to make him earn it to get on the bases. Don't want any free passes in this situation and have the top of the lineup coming up with runners on. Next pitch bounces in the dirt. Cocker picks it up, throws it out to second. The throw's not in time. Whalen steals second base. His first stolen base of the year. So now after they did get that lead runner on the ground ball, a stolen base puts a runner in scoring position. And now Chris McQueen has a chance to drive in a run. He does have 4 RBIs on the year. Batting down in this Majors order. He's sitting in a 1-1 count now with a runner at second base. And the 1-1 pitch is inbound. Outside corner, he got the strike call. And the count is now 1-2. Majors leading it 2-0 on a home run in this inning by Taylor Wright. McQueen takes outside. And the count's even at 2-2. And another chat between the catcher and pitcher. You saw that after the walk. Cocker went out there to talk to Hartford. Now he does again here after he missed outside to the number 9 hitter McQueen. Looked like a short conversation, however. Just went out there to deliver the ball to him. Two-two pitch to McQueen. Fastball, swing and a miss. He got the strikeout. So Hartford able to minimize the damage, but the Majors do score 2. We go now to the bottom half of the second.
catcher, number 16, Sam.
Bottom of the second we go. Jackfish offense has a little bit of work to do as they trail 2-0. After the Majors took the lead in the top half of the second, Sam Cocker, the catcher and number 4 hitter in this Jackfish lineup, leads off here in the second inning as he takes over the inside corner. De Los Santos offering called a strike. And he's behind in the count 0-1. After Cocker will be Smeebert getting his first opportunity, and that ball runs inside and hits Cocker. And De Los Santos on the mound, it does not agree with the call. Now they're going to check down to first base to see if they swung. To see if Cocker swung. He did not swing. So it is a hit by pitch. Cocker on. And now James Smeebert. Smeebert getting his first opportunity with the Jackfish here. Playing in his first game. Getting the start over there at third base. Left-handed hitter faces the lefty and he slashes the ball foul down the third base side. And he's behind in the count 0-1. He's got some power in that left-handed bat as he bats with a runner at first base in the catcher Cocker, and that's a perfect pitch that bends into the zone. And he's way ahead in the count now, 0-2. After Smeebert will be Ethan Hunt, the left fielder. Cocker over there at first base. The catcher does have 3 stolen bases on the season as the throw over. And Cocker's back easily. Usually not, you don't see a lot of catchers running too often, but this Jackfish team likes to run any opportunity they get. And Cocker's no exception, and a swing and a miss from James Smeebert. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and he's set down as he went chasing for a breaking ball in the dirt. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Ethan Hunt. So now it's Ethan Hunt stepping up to the plate. He's hitting .355 on the year. And he rifles a ball down the left field line. It is hooking and it is foul. From up here off the bat, looked like it was going to stay fair. But I think on the field, Hunt knew it. After he scorched that ball down the line. He didn't even leave the batter's box, so he must have known it was going to squirt foul, and it did. As he's ready to go, but De Los Santos just waiting behind the rubber. Now he steps on. Looks in for the sign from Mullen. He's got it, and before he can deliver the pitch, time is called at the plate. And that's a good job to call time. I mean, Hunt was waiting in that box for maybe 10 seconds for De Los Santos to deliver the ball. Now he does deliver one inside. And the count is 1-1. On deck is Leo Markotic, waiting for his first opportunity on the season. As Hunt's in a 1-1 count, and he takes outside. And it's 2-1, and when he took that pitch, you could really see him track the ball over the outside part. He seems to be able to see the ball well, and De Los Santos now taking more time, asks for the count. It is 2-1. He looks in for the sign. He's got it. Check the runner over there at first. Before the pitch, throws over to first base, and not his A move over there to first. Looked more like he just wasn't too comfortable with what pitch he was going to deliver. So he picked off to first. Now he has the pitch he wants. And he delivers a 2-1. It's outside. And it's 3-1, and once again, De Los Santos very animated on the hill. He's asking, you're not giving me inside, you're not giving me outside. But it is 3-1 to Hunt. Now he delivers, and Hunt once again hits it in the air down the left field line. This ball is well foul. Drew Lawrence gave it a look, but really had no chance on it, and now it's a 3-2 count. And this is possibly a situation where you start the runner. Down 2-0 in this game. Hunt has the ability to put the bat on the ball. And a guy on the mound who doesn't strike out a ton of hitters. As Cocker takes his lead off of first base. One gone in this inning. And the full count pitch. Cocker not going. It's inside. Check swing. No swing. And that pushes Cocker into second base. So without the benefit of the hit, the Jackfish now have 2 runners on. Sam Cocker stands out at second base. He's in scoring position. And Ethan Hunt with a good at-bat. Took a couple borderline pitches, fouled off a few. And he works the walk. And now here comes Leo Marcotic in his first at-bat with the Jackfish. He was scheduled early on to be the DH, but then moved into the defense. As he's playing second base today, he's a guy who's played up the middle for most of his career. So he's very comfortable there as he takes one inside. And the count's 1-0, is in his first at-bat. He's looking at an opportunity to drive in a run with 2 runners standing out there on base. De Los Santos steps off. Infield playing at double play depth for the Majors. Up the middle, that's McQueen and Wright. Pitch from De Los Santos over the outside corner. Counts now 1-1, and before the game, watching batting practice. First time getting a chance to see Marcotic. Seems like he's got quite a bit of pop out of that right-handed bat. So he got one out to left field in BP. Next pitch from De Los Santos is fouled off. And the count's 1-2. That pitch got really far inside on his hands. Couldn't do much with it. And he's now behind in the count 1-2 as De Los Santos calls time. He needs a new baseball. He's got it now as the Majors lead it 2-0. De Los Santos pitched. Last time he faced Welland was last season. Pitched a complete game the last time he faced them as Marcotic fouls the ball down to the Jackfish dugout. Count remains 1-2. He struck out 9 hitters in that outing. He also walked 6, though, and that's kind of that control that we've seen early on in this game. Seen a walk and a hit batsman in this inning. So he tries to reel it back in now with a runner standing at second base and 1 out. Here comes the 1-2 to Marcotic, slashed away, foul. And that's twice in this at-bat. De Los Santos has been able to get a fastball on the inside part of the plate. And Marcotic has not yet been able to catch up to it. We also know De Los Santos has a good breaking ball. And in a 2-strike count after he got the late swing from Marcotic, he might go back to the fastball. He did, and once again it's fouled away. Good at-bat being put up here by Marcotic in his first opportunity of the season, hitting in the 7th spot. On deck right now is Hogan Brown, who's playing first base today. 1-2 pitch to Marcotic. It's hit in the air. Once again, it's foul.
Everybody clap your hands.
Hunt before this put up a very solid at-bat. Like I said, took a few close pitches, fouled a few off, and now Marcotic following him up. Also putting up a very good at-bat. He's fouled 3 in a row off with 2 strikes. And that'll do wonders as we go deep into this game, as we know De Los Santos can pitch deep into a ball game. If you can get his pitch count up, maybe force him out of this game before the Majors would like to take him out, as he misses down low in the dirt. Mullen, great job to block it behind the plate. And I remember the last time the Majors were here, Mullen had a strong defensive showing behind the dish, blocking anything and everything. He's been good so far today as well. As the crowd really getting into it now, a good crowd on hand here at the pond on a Saturday night. The 2-2. Marcotic fouls it at the plate, or no, he swings over the top of it. It bounced in the dirt, but that'll be a strikeout for De Los Santos. And there's 2 away.
First baseman number 24, Hogan Brown.
So now here's Hogan Brown. He's hitting 182 on the season, left-handed hitter. A natural outfielder, but playing at first base here today. Jackfish have been looking for that first baseman all season long. And they've got some good defensive performances from different guys who aren't used to playing the position, as Hogan Brown takes the first pitch outside, and it's 1-0. Another guy who hasn't played there a whole lot, but a good athlete anywhere he plays on the diamond. So he gets an opportunity in the lineup to see if they can get his bat going a little bit, as he's got a chance to drive in a run with a runner at second base. His 1 RBI on the season. Wanted to go around, but he just held off. And it's 2-0. You can see he's ready to swing here in this at-bat. That's 2 pitches that have missed outside. And he's now way up in the count. It's 2-0. Here comes a pitch from De Los Santos on the outside corner. Brown looks back at home plate umpire Dean Overly. He didn't like the call. But it's a strike for the Majors starter, and it's a 2-1 count now with 2 runners on base. 2-1 pitch. That's a breaking ball. Drops right in there. And the count's 2-2. Once again, Brown taking a look back, but that pitch looked to have a lot of the plate. And after falling behind the hitter 2-0, he's now worked it back to an even count as he tries to strand 2 runners out there. Here comes the 2-2. It's a breaking ball, bounces in. And it's a full count now, and with 2 outs, runners on first and second, the runners will be off on the pitch, which is a big opportunity for the man at the plate if he can put a ball in the gap. That likely scores 2 runs, which would tie up this ball game as the Majors do lead it 2-0. Jackfish still looking for their first hit of the game. And here comes the 3-2. Runners on the move. Brown swings and misses. And De Los Santos works out of it. He strands 2 runners on, and the Majors still lead it 2-0 as we move to the 3rd inning. So here comes up Jacob Newton to the plate. He leads off this inning. He's the leadoff hitter in the lineup. Has Jake Harford back out there on the mound to start this third inning. Majors leading it 2-0. Drew Lawrence is on deck. Cleveland Brownlee will get a shot in this inning as well. First pitch of the inning from Harford is over the outside corner. And it's strike one, 0-1 to the leadoff hitter Newton. Newton coming into this game hitting .385 on the year. The 0-1 from Harford. It's another pitch right over the outside corner. That's the same spot. And the count's now 0-2 as Newton takes a look back and has a word for home plate umpire Dean Overly. Those two pitches in the exact same spot as Harford's now ahead in the count 0-2. Here comes the offering. It's a breaking ball. Bounces in. Deflected up and bounced off the helmet of the hitter Newton. And it's now 1-2 count. In Newton's first time up, he bounced the ball to second base. And he was retired to start the ball game. Now he's sitting in a 1-2 count. And the offering from Harford in the air on the infield. It's the shortstop Dupuis calling for it. Now Marcotte comes over and he makes the play. And there's one gone.
Left fielder number 14, Andrew Lawrence.
Looked like the whole time Dupuis was calling for that ball, and usually the shortstop will have priority over the infield to make the plays. But Marcotte thought he had a better read on it, and he did as he made the play. And now here comes Drew Lawrence to the dish. It's his second time up to the plate. As his first time up, he had an infield single out to shortstop. It was a play that just got past the third baseman. Dupuis tried to make the throw, but it was just not in time. Lawrence runs well. And he's now ahead in the count. He squares around a bunt, but he pulls it back. Takes outside. They check down at first. He did not go around. So it's now 2-0. Just mentioning that speed there. Trying to drop one down for a base hit as Smeebert is going to move back now. Not playing in to protect against the bunt. Probably won't see one in a 2-0 count as he checks his swing, but it's a strike. So that point becomes moot. And it's 2-1. Brownlee waiting on deck. Two-one pitch from Harford. Bounced on the ground to second base. Marcotte's got it. Throw it to first. It's in time. And there's two gone. So now here comes up Cleveland Brownlee as the crowd gets on him a little bit, as they like to do here at the pond. The guy who's always having fun with the fans. His first time up, he grounded out to third base. But just a monster season he's having at the plate. Hitting .459, which is good for first in the entire league. 17 runs batted in, also good for first. And 6 home runs, leading the league as well. Tops in all categories. He takes a breaking ball outside, and it's 1-0. And Harford doesn't usually use that breaking ball early on in the count, but against a guy like this, you're going to try anything to try to get him off his game. But he's now ahead in the count, 1-0. And here comes the offering from Harford. It's inside, on the inside corner. And the count's 1-1. Brownlee didn't like it. But the count is even. So as of right now, as I mentioned, leading in all those categories would be the Triple Crown winner in the IBL. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. A huge pass at that one from the Majors DH. And it's 1-2. Brownlee was trying to hit that ball about 100 feet over the scoreboard. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. It's a breaking ball, popped foul over our heads. And it's 1-2 count now as Harford using quite a few breaking balls in this at-bat. Brownlee known to be able to hit the fastball. Hartford does have a good one, but he's used the breaking ball effectively here. The pitch to Brownlee, bounced on the ground third base side, picked up by Smeebert. He'll fire it in time to retire Brownlee. The second time he's grounded out to third base in this game, and the Majors go quietly here in the third. Jackfish coming to hit as we go to the bottom of the third inning here at the pond.
Head down to the
So here comes Mateo Porcelato. He's the number 9 hitter in this order, but he's leading off the third inning as the Majors lead 2-0. Jackfish trying to get their offense going here as Porcelato, the DH today, number 9 hitter, starts things off. Then it's back to the top of the order in Gio Morello. First pitch lefty on lefty is outside. And the count's 1-0. Tyler Dupuis due up in this inning as well. Next pitch is on the outside corner, and it's 1-1. That outside corner has been a strike call all night for home plate umpire Dean Overly. 1-1 pitch, taken down low. The catcher Mullen stuck the pitch, held it there, tried to get the call, but it was no dice. So the count's 2-1. To the left-handed hitting Porcelato. Throws inside. And it's 3-1 now. That pitch looked like it almost came in there and got Porcelato, but he just turned out of the way. Didn't look like he made too much of an effort to get out of the way. Just missed him. And he's way up in the count now, 3-1. Here's the offering from De Los Santos. Popped in the air. It's going to go foul. Past the bleachers. And the count's now full. It's 3-2, and we've seen this from these Jackfish hitters. Mentioned it last inning when they were up. Long at-bats. Really trying to make De Los Santos throw a lot of pitches. As it's another 3-2 count, and here's the pitch. Swing and fouled off the catcher Mullen. So he's going to take a second to regroup after that one. Not sure exactly where it got him. But after that foul ball, the count will remain at 3-2. Porcelato coming into this one hitting .211 on the year. Another left-handed bat they'd really like to get going here, batting near the bottom of this lineup. He does have 5 RBIs on the season. However, 3-2 pitch, it's inside, and it got him. He'll trot down to first base, and that's the second time today we've seen a hit batter by the London starter, and that'll go back to the top of the order now, as it's going to be Gio Morello. Left-handed hitter is going to get an opportunity, and that's huge when you can get that number 9 hitter on base. Especially when the pitcher doesn't make him earn his way on by hitting Porcelado. Now gives this Jackfish lineup and the top of the lineup a chance to drive in a run, with a runner standing out at first base now, as the top of this lineup has been effective all year long. And Morello cracks a ball into center field. On the run is Newton. He's still running. Now in the gap, he makes the catch. Throw to first base. It won't be in time. Porcelado gets back, but the ball gets away. Nothing will come of it, as there's one gone in the third, as Morello looked like he got quite a bit of it out to center field. Not much wind blowing if you look at the flags in center field, but a lot of speed shown out there by Jacob Newton, who on the run reached out and made the play fairly easily. Porcelado had to go back to first base, so now Tyler Dupuis is going to come up to the plate. Dupuis walked in his first at-bat. He was caught stealing also back in that first inning, hitting .333 on the season. Right-handed hitter facing the lefty De Los Santos. And it's hit on the ground, foul, third base side, down to the Jackfish bullpen. And he's behind in the count now, 0-1. Dupuis also has 9 RBIs, which is tied for third in the Inter-County League. He's second on this team. Just Nicholson and Cocker with 10 are ahead of him. Trying to tie them or pass them. Pick off to first. Porcelado was running. He slides, and he's safe. So the lefty De Los Santos picked off to first base. Porcelado was going on first movement, and he still stole the bag. Good speed showing off there, as it's now the second stolen base of the year for Porcelado. And he's standing in scoring position now with Dupuis at the dish, trying to pick up his 10th RBI here now with a runner in scoring position. It's an 0-1 count to Dupuis, and he swings, hits it on the ground. It gets through the third baseman, Krasminski. Porcelado's being sent home. Here comes the throw to the plate. It is not in time. The Jackfish are on the board. It's 2-1. On an RBI double from Tyler Dupuis. So the ball got past the third baseman, Krasminski, and that allowed Porcelado to come home from second base. So now Dupuis does pick up that 10th RBI on the year. Dupuis now tied for the team lead. Nicholson squares around a bunt, doesn't get it down. So that's one strike now on the hitter, and Dupuis was way off the bag at second when Nicholson bunted through the ball. Now it's an 0-1 count. Nicholson, 358 coming into this game. He takes inside, and it's 1-1, sitting in 8th place starting play today and all of the IBL. And now he's looking to move back into the lead on this team, trying to pick up his 11th RBI. Pitches inside. Bounced off the glove of Mullen. And the count's 2-1 now. Once again, Dupuis taking a big secondary lead off of second base. Nicholson ahead in the count now, 2-1. The offering, swing and a miss. Nicholson swings through that pitch. And it's 2-2 now. Nicholson with 10 RBIs on the year. He also has a home run. And that would be big at this point in the game. Possibly give the Jackfish the lead here in this third inning. Swing and a miss from Brandon Nicholson. Looked like he was ahead of that pitch. And he goes down on strikes. And now here comes Sam Cocker.
Catcher number 16, Sam Cocker.
So it's the number 4 hitter and catcher, Sam Cocker, hitting .367 starting play today. That's good for 7th place in the IBL. He got hit by a pitch his first time up. He swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Cocker, a guy who has played great defense behind the plate, blocking balls, working with the pitching staff. He's caught every game so far for this team. As he awaits now an 0-1 pitch, and it bends over the outside edge, and it's 1-1. So with that defense, especially as a catcher, it's usually anything you can get out of them offensively is good, but Cocker has exceeded that, being one of the best hitters on this team, with the best batting average on this team. He's in an 0-2 count, and he bounces the ball right back up the middle. Picking it up is right. He throws it, and it is in time, but the first baseman, Welland, is off the bag, and Cocker's safe. The ball was bounced right over the head of the pitcher, Pedro de los Santos. Wright came up with the ball. His throw, though, pulled the first baseman off the bag, so Cocker's safe, and on the play, Dupuis, who was at second, moves into third now. And now James Smeebert is going to get an opportunity to hit with a runner just 90 feet away at third base. First pitch to Smeebert, taken outside corner. It's a strike. He didn't like it. But it's 0-1. De Los Santos making his second start of the season, his 4th appearance of the year. Pitch is down low, and the count's 1-1. Coming into this game, De Los Santos has only pitched 6 innings. Now has 8 2/3 on his ledger for the year. Lefty on lefty matchup with James Smeebert, who struck out his first time up. Looks to change his fortunes now with the runner on base, and he fouls it straight back. Right off the pole behind home plate, it bounced back, almost caught him on the rebound. But nonetheless, it is a strike, and the count's now 1-2. And once again, De Los Santos not happy with that baseball. Needs to throw it back. He's got a new one. He's not happy with this one either. So I don't know if there's any baseballs left. Now he's got another one. And that was the same ball from before. So now they're going to swap the balls again, and now he's got one that he likes as he walks back to the mound. As the Jeopardy music comes out here at the pond. Now he's back on the rubber. There are runners at first and third. It's Sam Cocker standing over at first base. Tyler Dupuis on at third base, just 90 feet away, and he is the tying run here. With Smeebert standing at the plate. De Los Santos pitches, it's down low. That's a ball. Cocker's in there. He steals second. So his second stolen base of the game. He had 3 stolen bases coming into play today. Now he's added 2 more. And there's 2 runners in scoring position. And that's a huge play right there to get into second base. Now on a single. Likely 2 runs will be able to come home. Smeebert still looking for that hit, though. Struck out his first time playing in his first game with the Jackfish. He takes outside and low. And it's 3-2 now. So a 3-2 count. That's 3 times we've seen Jackfish hitters getting in to 3-2 counts here in the early going in this game as we play in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Majors leading it. Pitching out of the full windup is De Los Santos, and it's hit on the ground to second base. Picked up by McQueen, fires it to first. It's in time, and the Majors and De Los Santos work out of it, but the Jackfish do score once on an RBI double from Tyler Dupuis, and the Majors lead it 2-1 as we go to the 4th. It's Robert Mullen to lead off this 4th inning, the catcher. His second at-bat of the game. First time he grounded out to the shortstop, Dupuis. Starling Joseph is on deck, and then Taylor Wright, who went deep in his first time up, is due up 3rd in this inning. Mullen stands in the right-handed batter's box. It's a right-on-right matchup for Hartford, and the first pitch of the 4th inning is drilled foul. That ball was hit about 2 miles foul down the left field line. He got the head way out on it. Hit it hard, but well out of play. So he's behind in the count. It's just a long strike. It's 0-1. Mullen does have power. 3 home runs on the season. And the 0-1 from Hartford, it's a fastball up and in. The count's now 1-1, and we've seen this all season long. Hartford has really good velocity on that fastball. Right there, he tried to go at the top of the zone, but he just missed up. And Mullen's now even in the count. It's 1-1. And the offering from Hartford, it's a breaking ball hit in the air left field. On the run is Hunt, still going over. He's not going to be able to get there. It bounces up and out of play. That'll be a foul ball. And the count's now 1-2. That's twice he's really gotten out front of a pitch. That time it was a breaking ball that he was way out in front of. Got a lot of it down the line. See if he goes again with the breaking ball. Try to get him out on that front foot. And the 1-2. It's a fastball in the air. Going into the outfield now. Nicholson coming on. He slides and he makes the catch. A magnificent sliding grab by the right fielder Brandon Nicholson to retire the catcher Robert Mullen. And there's one gone.
Right fielder, number 7, Starling Joseph.
We've seen Nicholson have a great year out there in right field. He's had a great year at the plate, but he's also played super solid defense in the outfield, and right there was showing off once again. Off the bat, it looked like the ball might fall in. You had Marcotic going back on it, the second baseman. He wasn't really going to have a chance at it. So Nicholson coming on, making a sliding grab Great to start off this inning, and now Harford pounds a strike over the inside edge. And he gets ahead of Joseph 0-1. See if that defensive play gives him a little bit of confidence. As he is pitching well here into the fourth inning, only giving up those 2 runs on the home run from the man standing on deck in Taylor Wright. But he's now way ahead. It's 0-2 on Starling Joseph. Takes a long look in for the sign. He has it now. And here comes the 0-2. It's a breaking ball. It's outside. Couldn't get the chase from Joseph. And it's now 1-2. Talked about how he's animated in the batter's box right there. He took it outside, started jumping up and down in the box. He's a fun guy to watch out there on the field, that's for sure. And he's got talent as well, hitting .316 on the year. Also has 2 home runs. Here comes the 1-2. It's a fastball. Ate him up inside. And the count's now 1-2. Harford with that good velocity, when he gets it inside, it's tough for these hitters to get the barrel out in front of it. As you saw right there, Joseph just able to foul it back. The ball may have been in off the plate that time, however. And the 1-2 pitch, rifled on the ground, it's foul. That ball was scorched off the bat of Starling Joseph just wide of third base. If that ball's in fair territory, likely goes down into the corner for a double. But baseball is a game of inches, and he just missed right there. As the Majors lead it 2-1, 3 hits on the game. Jackfish have 2 hits so far. Next pitch, swing and a miss. He threw the high fastball up there. Joseph couldn't come up with it. And there's 2 gone now for Taylor Wright. So Mullen to start off the inning flares a ball into right field. Great defensive play by Brandon Nicholson to retire him. And then the next hitter in Starling Joseph comes up, and he swings through a high fastball as Harford picks up the strikeout. His second on the game so far. And now we face the lefty Taylor Wright, who hit a home run in his first time up, and the breaking ball, swing and a miss. It was an off-speed offering from Harford, as Wright was way out in front of it. Looked like he wanted to go yard again, but he came up empty. It's 0-1. The 0-1 from Harford, another breaking ball. This time it's outside, and the count's 1-1. On that home run, Wright picked up his 6th and 7th RBIs on the season. It was his 3rd home run of the year. Another guy with pop in this lineup. The 1-1, it's a fastball on the outside corner. And it's 1-2. It looked like Cocker set up over the outside, had to reach all the way back, but still got the call from home plate umpire Dean Overly. And Harford's now ahead in the count. It's 1-2. And here comes the pitch. It's a fastball. Slapped down the line. Foul, left field side. Onto the berm, and there's a mad dash for it. So lucky fan comes up with a souvenir. And the count's still 1-2. Gibson Krasminski, another left-handed hitter, waits on deck. Hoping to get a shot here in the top of the 4th inning with the Majors up by 1. It's 2-1. The 1-2 pitch, it's a fastball just missing below the knees. The count evens out at 2-2 now. As Wright steps out. Now he's back in the box. Harford has the sign. Working quickly still here in this 4th inning. And the 2-2 offering is on the way. It's a fastball just outside. He missed the corner. Looked like the same spot that a lot of pitches have been called strikes so far today, but didn't get it that time. And the count's full. It's 3-2. 3-2 pitch, bounced on the ground. It's foul at the plate. Wright fouled it off his instep. And the count remains full at 3-2. Taylor Wright playing shortstop today, filling in for the regular shortstop, Keith Candell, who's not in the lineup. 3-2 to the left-handed hitter, swing and a miss on another high fastball. And the inning is over. Back-to-back strikeouts to finish off the fourth inning for Jake Harford. Jackfish coming to hit as they trail 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the fourth.
To the field in front of the Jackfish.
Ethan Hunt, the left fielder. He's going to lead off this fourth inning. Jackfish trail it by 1. It's 2-1. A little different than the last time these two teams played. That was a high-scoring affair, with the Jackfish just coming back to win it in the 9th inning. Hunt trying to get things started here as he takes inside. He walked his first time around, as De Los Santos working a little bit quickly here to start this fourth inning. Breaking ball hit in the air, drifting towards the seats, and it will land foul. Count evens up at 1-1 now. Due up this inning, it's going to be Ethan Hunt, the left fielder. Leo Marcotic, the second baseman, will get his second opportunity as a Jackfish, and then Hogan Brown, the first baseman, due up third. The 1-1 pitch, rifled up the middle into center field. Backing up is the center fielder Newton. He's right there, and he makes the catch. Barely had to move on that ball, and there's one gone quickly. Off the bat, you thought it might get down, but it was hit a little too hard. A lot of times you won't hear that, but if that ball was hit a little bit softer, may have gotten down in front of the center fielder Newton, but just a couple steps back, he made the play. Now it's Leo Marcotic getting his second opportunity of the game, second opportunity of the season for Welland, and he takes a pitch on the inside corner. Struck out in his first time up. Now he slashes one away, foul, and in his first at-bat, he did end up striking out. But at one point in the at-bat, fouled off 3 straight pitches in a 1-2 count. Now he fouls one off, and he sits way behind. It's 0-2. De Los Santos looks for the strikeout. The offering's outside. He takes it for a ball. Count runs to 1-2 now. De Los Santos with 5 strikeouts to his name so far, pitching in the 4th inning. He misses down low. And it's 2-2. Marcotte putting together a good at-bat. Fell down. Now he's even at 2. With Marcotte on deck. 2-2 pitch. It's inside. De Los Santos wants to check down a first base, but he won't get the appeal. So the count runs full. It's 3-2. Marcotte looking for his first hit of the season here in his first game. Fastballer swung and a miss. He got the strikeout. May have been fouled at the plate, actually, but right into the glove of Mullen. And there's 2 gone, and here comes Hogan Brown.
Number 24, Hogan Brown.
Brown over there at first base today. Mentioned it earlier on in the broadcast during his first at-bat. The natural outfielder who played left field mostly for Welland, played solid out there as well. He's got good speed. He takes a breaking ball over the outside corner. It's a strike, and the count's 0-1. Coming into the game, Brown is hitting 182 his first time up. He struck out, but he does have 7 stolen bases, so that kind of tells you the speed that he has as he fouls one at the dish. And he's behind 0-2. Jackfish have really been looking for a first baseman this year. You've seen Gio Morello play over there, Zarly Cena, a few opportunities. Mateo Porcelato played some first base. Now Hogan Brown getting a chance. And here comes the 0-2 pitch from De Los Santos. Over the outside corner, strike 3 called. Dean Overly rings up Hogan Brown. And a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Majors and De Los Santos. London still leads at 2-1 as we go to the 5th. Fifth inning we go now. Majors still leading at 2-1. And the third baseman, Gibson Krasminski, will lead off. He's the number 7 hitter in this lineup, so the bottom third of the order for the Majors, Phil Whalen and then Chris McQueen. In this fifth inning, first pitch of the fifth inning is a strike or a ball on the outside corner. Dean Overly seemed to have been giving that pitch here early on, but now he's taken it away from the starter Harford. So it's a 1-0 count. Next pitch misses again outside, and it's 2-0. And usually out of umpires, what you really need is consistency. Seems like that strike zone may have changed a little bit here in this game, but Harford will try to figure it out now as he's behind in the count 2-0. To Krasminski, popped up in the air, left field. It's Hunt. Moving over towards the foul line now. He makes the catch. And about straightaway left field for the first out of the inning. So here comes Phil Whalen now, the right-handed hitter. Hit into a fielder's choice. His first time up, it was a ball hit to shortstop. That Tyler Dupuis made a nice play on a short hop to come get it and then flipped it to second to get the lead runner. Coming into the game today, Whalen hitting .350. No batting gloves in the right-handed batter's box. Squares around a bunt, he pulls it back. On a ball that was up and in, checked down to first base, he did not go. And the count's 1-0. And something you notice from Harford, he's not afraid to pitch inside to these hitters. As he continues to pitch well, still just have given up those 2 runs. He's held the Majors scoreless in the past 2 innings. As we play in the 5th now. It's popped foul, coming close to us, but it'll drop into the crowd. And the count's now 1-1 with the number 9 hitter, Chris McQueen, second baseman, waiting on deck. Breaking ball right in there for a strike. And it's 1-2. Harford's next pitch, swing and a miss from Whalen. He got the strikeout. And there's 2 gone now. And the number 9 hitter, Chris McQueen.
Second baseman, number 6, Chris McQueen.
Left-handed hitter McQueen coming up. Number 9 hitter after him, Jacob Newton waits on deck as he looks to get an opportunity in this 5th inning. If you're Harford, you'd really like to set down this number 9 hitter and not give the top of the order a chance to come up, and that's a promising start as Harford got the fastball by McQueen. And the count's 0-1 now to the Majors' second baseman. McQueen playing in his 7th season with the Majors. Playing for his hometown team, and he takes a strike on the inside corner. It's 0-2. A year ago, McQueen hit .317 at the top of the order, so a guy that does have the offensive ability. Just gotten off to a slow start in this season as he's behind the count 0-2. And the pitch from Harford, it's another fastball in the air left field. Third baseman Smybert going after it, still running around the mounds, but he won't get there. And the count remains 0-2 on McQueen, and a good effort from the shortstop Dupuis, third baseman Smybert. Also, Ethan Hunt coming down there as well, but nobody was able to get to it. It's always a tough play when you go around those bullpen mounds. But that ball is just out of the reach of all 3 guys, so the count's still 0-2, nobody on base, 2 gone. After Harford got the strikeout of Whalen. And now the 0-2 to McQueen, popped up, this time into foul territory. Looks like it's playable for the catcher Cocker, drifting into foul territory, and he hangs on to make the play. The ball kept drifting over towards that Jackfish dugout. Cocker made a good defensive play to retire the side. And the Jackfish get out of it. 3 up, 3 down for Hartford. They trail it 2-1. So we go now to the bottom of the 5th. Here comes the DH, Matteo Porcelato. The British Columbia native, left-handed hitter coming up to the dish. Playing in his first season with the Jackfish. Checks his swing on the first pitch of the inning. They go down to third base. No swing from the Jackfish DH, and the count's 1-0. Porcelato played at Marian University in his final season in 2021. Played in all 54 games for the team, as that's the first strike of the at-bat. The count's 1-1. DHing today. In college, played a lot of third base, some shortstop. He's played some first base for Welland. Next pitch is a breaking ball that bends over the plate. It's a strike, and the count's 1-2. Hit .380 in his time at college. So no, he's got that offensive ability, and he takes outside. The count's 2-2. Pitch looked like it was just off the outside edge. Count evens up. After Porcelato goes back to the top of the order in Morello, and then Tyler Dupuis gets an opportunity. Next pitch, strike 3 called on the outside corner. Porcelato set down, and there's one gone. Looked like a similar pitch in a similar spot to the last one that was called a ball, but that time he gets the strike call. So now it's the top of the order for the Jackfish as they still trail this game 2-1. And it's the center fielder, Gio Morello, coming up to the dish. To start off the game for the Jackfish, he grounded out to first base. It was 3 unassisted for the first baseman, Phil Whalen. First pitch of this at-bat, it's right over the inside corner. It's a strike on Morello, and he's behind quickly 0-1. His last time up back in the third inning, flew out into center field looking for his first hit of the game. The 0-1 squares around a bunt, but he pulls the bat back. Counts even at 1-1, and that's a smart play here with the third baseman playing back. Try to get a ball down up that third baseline, see if he can use that speed to beat one out, and allow Tyler Dupuis to get an opportunity with a runner on. Swinging away this time, he pulls the ball through the right side of the infield. That's a base hit for Morello. So he doesn't need the bunt to get on. He just pulls one through the infield. Now a runner at first base. And it's Tyler Dupuis coming up to the dish. Dupuis drove in the lone run of the game so far for the Jackfish. That was in the third inning. Hit a double to left field. Which cashed in Porcelato. Now he has a runner at first base in Morello. We'll see if he wants to run. Not running on the first pitch as De Los Santos misses outside. And it's 1-0. Morello over there at first base. 9 stolen bases on the season. We've also seen, though, De Los Santos does have a good pickoff move over there to first as a left-handed pitcher. Morello not running once again. Popped up on the infield by Dupuis. It's the shortstop right going back now just at the cut of the grass. He makes the catch. And it's the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Brandon Nicholson.
Number 13, Brandon Nicholson.
Nicholson comes up. He struck out twice in this game so far against De Los Santos. And now with 2 outs and speed on first base. Nicholson does have a little bit of pop, but this seems like an opportunity to run over there at first. Now time is called as De Los Santos taking a break on the mound. And now, as De Los Santos waits on the rubber, looks like there's some movement down there in that Majors bullpen. Daniel Gore moving out there right now. First pitch of the at-bat to Nicholson. It's taken for a strike. The count's 0-1. With these 2 outs now, seeming like an opportunity to run for Morello. See if he can get into scoring position where a single can score him. And if he gets thrown out, you'll have Nicholson leading off the 6th inning. He is running, and it's a pickoff to first. Whalen throws it into second, the slide, and he's safe! He beat the throw into second, and that's twice today. Jackfish runners have been picked off at first, but then still made it to second. And now time is called as Jackfish manager Brian Essery is coming out to have a chat with home plate umpire Dean Overly. Not sure what he's concerned about. As Morello was moving there, and the Jackfish have done that so far. They're going on first movement of De Los Santos. Now with a runner at second base. And Brian Essery's going to go out and talk to the first base umpire now. Out there today is Ben Mercier. He's well known around these parts. And it looks like he's wondering about a balk in this situation, as he continues to stand out there on the field. As Morello stole the base, he's in scoring position. And now he's going to leave the field. Looks like nothing will come of the conversation, but maybe just to put that in the head of the umpires going forward. So now Nicholson does have a runner out there at second base. and a chance to drive him in. He's got 10 RBIs on the year, tied for the team lead, along with Tyler Dupuis and Sam Cocker, who's due up next. If Nicholson can find a way on base, possibly cash in this tying run at second. See if the umpires are more aware now of that move over to first base by De Los Santos. He delivers a pitch down low in the dirt. And the count evens up at 1-1. That is Daniel Gore. Now he is throwing in that London bullpen. Nicholson bounces a ball wide of third. That'll be foul, and the count's now 1-2. For Morello on the season, that's his 10th stolen base. Jackfish continue to push the envelope on the bases. Coming into the season, that was big talk around this team. They wanted to change things up from a year ago. Use their speed, play to the strengths of this ballpark, as it is a very good pitcher's ballpark here at the Pond. And they've really done that on the bases. Stealing lots of bases so far. Nicholson grounds a ball out to shortstop. Pick up on the run by right. Throw on the run in time. And Nicholson is retired. So once again, the Jackfish do get traffic on the bases, but De Los Santos pitches out of it. They can't score any, and they trail it 2-1 now as we go to the sixth.
I believe it's time for the IBL.
Top of the sixth inning we go now, and it's back to the top of the lineup for London. Jacob Newton, the center fielder, steps up to the dish. To start off this inning, Harford misses down low on his 73rd pitch of the night. There was movement down in that Majors bullpen last inning, but we have not seen movement in the Jackfish bullpen yet, as Harford continues to throw the ball well here in this young season. The 1-0 pitch to Newton, it's inside, and the count's 2-0. I didn't get to talk about it too much off the top of the broadcast, but Harford has been the number one starter in this rotation, and he's been one of the top starters in the entire league. He's got 3 wins in his 3 starts. That's tied for second as he delivers a 2-0 pitch. It's on the outside corner, and it's 2-1. Also has a 1.22 ERA. That's good for second in the IBL. And he struck out 22 hitters on the season too. Here comes the 2-1 from Harford. It's a breaking ball, slipped out of his hands. Counts now 3-1, and that's those 22 strikeouts is good for 5th in the entire league. as he continues to pitch in this 6th inning. The only runs he's given up is that 2-run home run back in the 2nd inning by the Majors shortstop Taylor Wright. This pitch is on the outside edge. It's strike 2. As Newton wanted to toss his bat aside and go down to first base, but Dean Overly made the call. And the count now is 3-2. As Newton tries to find a way on base with Lawrence standing on deck. And the full count pitch, slashed foul, straight back over the screen. The count remains at 3-2. 385 for Newton, starting play today. Has grounded out to second base and popped up to second base. Looking for his first hit of the contest in his 3rd at-bat here in the 6th inning. 3-2 pitch, it's inside. That's a ball. And Newton works a walk. So his first time getting on base today. And now Drew Lawrence is going to come up to the dish, the number 2 hitter, with Cleveland Brownlee looming on deck. So now Lawrence getting a chance to hit with runner on base. First pitch, runner's moving. It's a breaking ball and slashed foul down the right field side. And quickly, Hartford's ahead 0-1, and Lawrence off to a great start this season. .412 on the year, 4th in the IBL in batting average. And he is a London native playing for his hometown team. This is his first year with the club. The 0-1 pitch bounced on the ground wide of third. That's fouled. And Hartford's way up now. It's 0-2. He's the youngest player on this Majors roster. He's sitting in an 0-2 count now with a runner at first base. Hartford with the check over there. As Newton was moving on the first pitch of this at-bat, but the ball was fouled away. He wasn't going on the second pitch. Takes a decent lead off there, now stretches it out a little bit farther. The 0-2 pitch is a breaking ball up high. And it's 1-2. Lawrence was playing college baseball in Louisiana, but came back to his hometown, now playing in the IBL with the Majors. And the 1-2 pitch, it's a fastball, swing and a miss from Lawrence. Hartford got the strikeout on some high heat. And there's one away.
That is strikeout number 5. Everyone in attendance will be walking
5 strikeouts for Jake Hartford as he continues to rack those up.
Bring your game ticket to redeem this offer.
That's 27 now for him on the season. And Cleveland Brownlee coming up to the plate, and this time he's going to get an opportunity to hit with a runner on base. He did get an opportunity to hit with a runner on base back in the first inning. First pitch from Hartford, it's a breaking ball down low. And it's 1-0. But that quickly changed as Lawrence was then thrown out on the base paths trying to steal second. We'll see if Newton's running again with the power bat of Brownlee at the plate. Next pitch from Hartford, to use that slide step with a runner on first. He missed up high, and it's 2-0. The first pitch of the at-bat from Hartford against Brownlee was a breaking ball, and that seems to be a point of emphasis here in this game. Hartford's really tried to attack the big designated hitter with breaking balls. That time it's popped up in the air. The catcher Cocker, he's going to run to the screen, give it a look. But the ball will get fouled. And Hartford now gets back in the count. It's 2-1. Once again, looked like something off speed that Brownlee was out in front of. They must know Brownlee is a very strong fastball hitter. Another guy not wearing batting gloves in this game. That's 2 players on London. We know Matt Hildebrandt on Welland doesn't wear any batting gloves, but it's not something that you see very often. Obviously, it's been working for him this year as another breaking ball is popped up foul That time, Newton was running on the pitch.
Fan in town from Fenwick done with that foul ball.
But it was fouled away. That's twice this inning he's been moving. Both times the balls have been fouled off. And the count's 2-2 now. And the Majors continue to hold this lead 2-1. They got those 2 runs back in the second inning. On a home run by Taylor Wright, the Jackfish responded in the third as Tyler Dupuis had an RBI double that drove home Mateo Porcelano. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Rifled in the air, center field. Morello on the run. He's not going to get there, and it goes off the wall. Morello picks it up. Being waved in from third base is Newton. The throw to the plate, and it is not in time. Newton scoring all the way from first base, flying around the bases. Cleveland Brownlee checks in with an RBI double, and the Majors lead it now 3-1. So twice there, Newton was trying to use his speed to steal second, but on the double, he uses his speed to score all the way from first base. And Brownlee, once again, we talk about it, he's just a guy that you really don't want to see anybody on base when he comes up to the plate. And anytime somebody's on, it seems like he drives him in. And he did exactly that right there, picking up his 18th RBI on the year. And it doesn't get much easier as the catcher Robert Mullen comes to the plate. Another guy with his batting average way up there at .429. Also has pop with 3 home runs and 8 runs driven in. He's got another opportunity to drive in a run, runner at second base. Not a ton of speed out there. And the 0-1 pitch to Mullen, rifled foul. Just got out in front of the offering from Hartford, hit it hard, but couldn't keep it fair. For Brownlee, that's his 5th double on the season. So the pop has always been there. 6 homers, 5 doubles. On deck right now is Starling Joseph. Breaking ball missed up high. First ball of this at-bat. It's 1-2 now to the catcher Robert Mullen, who's the Panama native playing in his first season in London. Played some pro ball in the Oakland Athletics organization. He takes down low. The count's 2-2. Played a bit in the Dominican Summer League. Played affiliated baseball as late as 2019, spending some time between high A and double A, hitting .278 in that season. 2-2 pitch to him. It's a breaking ball. It was up high, and it's fouled away down the left side. And Mullen's putting up a good fight. The count remains 2-2. With Cleveland Brownlee standing at second base after the RBI double that drove home Jacob Newton. The 2-2, it's high and inside. And the count runs full. It's 3-2, and now twice this inning we've seen full counts. The first time was to the leadoff hitter, Jacob Newton. And it worked out as a walk in favor of Newton. Hartford's going to try to zone this one in. Brownlee bouncing off the bag at second. Breaking ball. It's bounced foul. And Mike Wagner down there in that Jackfish dugout reaches out, makes a barehanded grab on the foul ball. We've seen great defense from him all season long, even when he's not on the field. He's playing with those slick hands. As the count remains 3-2 to Robert Mullen. Brownlee takes his lead off of second. Hartford takes a check on the runner. Hartford pitch, and it's rifled down the line. That's a base hit inside the chalk. Brownlee being waved around third. The throw will go into second. Brownlee scores with ease. An RBI single for Robert Mullen. And the Majors have stretched this lead out. It's 4-1.
right fielder number 7, Starling Joseph.
So Robert Mullen picks up his 9th RBI on the season. Brownlee scoring all the way from second base. The ball was hit hard down that left field line, but the grass really ate it up. It didn't get out there to the left fielder Hunt very quickly, so he wasn't able to have an opportunity to make a throw to the plate. Starling Joseph is the hitter, and he takes a breaking ball on the inside edge. It's 0-1. But a smart play by the left fielder, Hunt, not to force anything to the plate. Throw that ball to second, keep the double play in order, which he did. And with one out, Joseph at the plate, swing and a miss on another breaking ball. Looking a little bit uncomfortable here. And the count's 0-2. Joseph also with 8 RBIs on the year, hitting with a runner at first base now. Next pitch popped up on the infield. It's Dupuis coming in. Smybird also there. Dupuis calls him off. Makes the catch on the pop-up, and there's 2 gone. So now here comes Taylor Wright. Left-handed hitter. His 4th opportunity of the game. Or his 3rd opportunity, excuse me. Struck out his last time up, as also went deep today. Hit a home run to right field to get this Majors offense moving. That was back in the 2nd inning. Those 2 runs held up for a while in this game, but they've added on to the lead in this one. Pitch is on the outside corner. It's a strike. They've scored 2 more runs in this inning. An RBI double for Cleveland Brownlee that chased home Jacob Newton, who was on a walk. Robert Mullen had an RBI single that scored Brownlee from second. The 0-1 pitch to right. It's outside. And the count's 1-1. There's now movement in the Jackfish bullpen. Wyatt Hummel has gotten up to throw. As Harford continues to inch closer to the century mark, the pitch is down. And it's 2-2 now. 4-1 game, still very close. We know this Jackfish offense can strike at any time, a very potent lineup. And they've done that this year. They've really been those comeback kids. Getting down big in games, then coming back to get the wins. Ball's popped up, foul. Count evens up now at 2-2. As Harford tries to work out of this 6th inning, likely with Hummel throwing down there would be the last inning for Harford. But not wanting to be taken out in the middle of an inning, wants to walk off the field with his team, and it's a 2-1 count to the number 6 hitter, Taylor Wright, and he swings, slashes a ball to right field. It's down for a hit. Mullen moves up to second. He won't go any farther. So the 2nd hit of the game for Taylor Wright. That time it's a single, and it pushes a runner to scoring position, and now Coach Ricky Pilateri is going to come out and have a chat with the starter Harford. Cocker also out there as well, as Wyatt Hummel continues to loosen. Now possibly coming up here with Krasminski will be the last hitter Harford will get an opportunity to face. Now home plate umpire Dean Overly's going to come out there to break it up. And Pilateri's got some words for him. Harford as well. So they have a short conversation with him. Everybody's going to clear off the mound now, as that long mound visit likely has something to do with not only talking to the pitcher about this next hitter coming up, but also give Wyatt Hummel some time to loosen up down in that bullpen. Now everything's done. Harford steps back onto the rubber. Gibson Krasminski getting his 3rd opportunity to hit here in this 6th inning. Left-handed hitter takes high and outside. Counts 1-0. Krasminski walked in his first at-bat. flew out to left field. Ethan Hunt made the play. His last time up, he's now ahead in the count 1-0. 2 runners on base. It's Robert Mullen standing out there at second base. Next pitch over the outside edge. It's 1-1. Standing over at first base is Taylor Wright. He had a single to right field to get over there. Pushed a runner into scoring position. Now the left-handed hitting third baseman is at the dish in a 1-1 count. The offering from Hartford popped foul. He's ahead now 1-2. Not much speed out there at second base, but with 2 outs, he will be off on the crack of the bat. So still very possible he can score on a single. Hartford trying to limit the damage to just 2 runs. Keep the Jackfish in this game. The 1-2 just drifts outside. Count evens up at 2-2, and the Majors have done a great job of this all game long. Even when they're behind in the count, they've been spitting on tough pitches, just staying alive and getting themselves back into more hitter-friendly counts, which he's done right now. It's a 2-2 pitch from Hartford. It drifts outside. Once again, the counts run full, with Wyatt Hummel continuing to throw in that Jackfish bullpen. We'll see if this is Hartford's last batter either way. It's Phil Whalen standing on deck, who he has gotten twice. The 3-2 from Hartford. Runners are moving. Hit in the air right field. Nicholson on the run, gliding over there. Reaches out, makes the catch. And Hartford gets out of it. There was some loud contact on that last out of the inning, but Nicholson got over there and made the play with relative ease. Majors do score twice. They lead it 4-1 now. Jackfish got to get their bats going as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Sam Cocker coming up to the dish, the catcher and number 4 hitter leading off. In the 6th inning, Jackfish have some work to do. They trail it now 4-1 after the Majors scored twice. In the top half of the 6th, Jackfish only 1 run so far against the starter De Los Santos. He's throwing the ball well. Inside, called a strike on the swing. Sam Cocker. No appeal down to first base. Home plate umpire Dean Overly said he saw that one clear enough. The count's 1-1 now. De Los Santos offering is outside. He missed arm side, lost his hat in the process. And it's a 2-1 count now. James Smybert, the third baseman, stands on deck. Ethan Hunt also due up in this inning. 2-1 count to Cocker. Swing and a miss, high fastball. Count's now 2-2. Cocker playing in his first season with the Fish. He's been the everyday catcher so far, has not missed a game yet. He's caught every game so far for this team. The 2-2 offering from De Los Santos misses outside. And the count's now 3-2. Three-two pitch, rifled foul. Down the third base side. Count remains 3-2. We've talked at length about the defensive Cocker, about the offensive Cocker, but in today's game, he's got 2 stolen bases as well. He's been on base 1 time. He was hit by a pitch. That time it's up high. He walked him. So he gets on first base, and now James Smybert comes up to the plate. James Smybert, the third baseman, getting his third opportunity. Has struck out and grounded out, and he hits it into center field. That ball's going to get down. Cocker around second. He's going to throw the brakes on there. James Smybert with his first hit in his first game in the IBL. And the Jackfish have something cooking here in the 6th inning. 2 runners on for the left fielder, Ethan Hunt. And this is a big opportunity for the Fish. Haven't been able to muster up anything since that 3rd inning. Now there's going to be a mound visit. And these are these times where you can't give away these opportunities, especially moving late into ball games. You're not going to get too many, or you don't know how many good scoring chances you're going to have. So this is a big at-bat coming up for Ethan Hunt. If they can even push 1 or 2 across, just to creep closer so they don't have to make as big of a comeback in the back third of this game. As the mound visit continues, and now the shortstop, Taylor Wright, and third baseman, Gibson Krasminski. Now the first baseman, Phil Whalen, coming in, so the whole infield's there as well. And they continue to speak on the mound as Daniel Gore gets loose in that bullpen. As we take a break, it's now a time to look at the out-of-town scoreboard. The Hamilton Cardinals were in Guelph today. Guelph won that game 8-4. That was an afternoon game today. Claudio Custodio picked up the win. He's been on a tear to start this season for the Guelph Royals. Sam Turcotte took the loss for Hamilton. Of note, Dalton Pompey, 2 for 5 in that game for Guelph. So scored a run. Hunt takes it inside. The ball gets past the catcher. Mullen goes all the way to the backstop. Cocker into third base now. James Smybert up to second. Now 2 runners in scoring position, and this scoring opportunity just got a whole lot better with 2 runners in scoring position. 1 ball, no strikes is the count to Hunt. As De Los Santos now taking more time with runners on base. He's going to pitch out of the full windup with the runner at third. We've seen him do this on a couple occasions so far today. The 1-0 pitch topped on the ground foul past third base. Past third base coach Ricky Pilateri. The count evens up at 1-1. Cocker standing at third base got on there with a walk. James Smybert at second base. He had a single to center field, his first hit of the season in his first game. Hunt grounds a ball to third base, picked up in fair territory. They're going to come home with it, and the throw's going to be offline. Cocker comes in to score. Hunt's going to get on base at first. And an interesting play right there. The third baseman, Krasminski, came over to get the ball. Then threw it home. The ball was offline. Mullen knocked it down. Couldn't make a play, though, but the third baseman, Krasminski, keeps saying that he thinks that ball was foul when he picked it up. Not going to get anything, though, and now Roop Shannerdat, the manager for the Majors, is out of the dugout. And that will be all for the starter, Pedro De Los Santos. He's not happy as he talks to his manager, but Roop Shannerdat's going to take the ball, and we have a pitching change. When we come back, Jackfish now trail at 4-2, playing here in the 6th. Pitching change for the Majors. It's Daniel Gore coming out of the bullpen from Tecumseh, Ontario. 6'6" right-hander. Swing and a foul off the catcher Mullen. Nobody out as Leo Marcotic comes up to the plate. Earlier on this inning, James Smybert picked up his first hit of the season. Marcotic also playing in his first game, looking for his first hit. And that would be a big spot right now to come up with that hit. With a runner at second base and first. The runner at second base is Smybert. Hunt's on at first. The next pitch is inside and possibly a bit low, and the count evens up at 1-1. Marcotic, right-handed hitter, was working back from an injury, but He's now back in the lineup, and he's a guy that expects to get quite a few at-bats in this Jackfish lineup. And he rifles it up the middle. That's a base hit into center field. Going around third base and coming in to score is Smybert. Scoring all the way from second base, Leo Marcotte picks up his first hit of the season. It's an RBI single, and the Jackfish are within one. It's 4-3.
Your first baseman, number 24, Hogan Brown.
So now here comes up Hogan Brown. Still nobody out in this inning. And once again, the Jackfish, who were down in this game, trying to mount a comeback, playing in the 6th inning. Runners at first and second. Brown squares around a bunt. He fouls it back. The count's 0-1. Not something you see a whole lot from this Jackfish team. They do utilize their speed, but bunting isn't a huge part of their game. We'll see if they keep the bunt on now after Brown fouled it back. Looking for his first hit of the game, he struck out twice. First time he's able to face a right-handed pitcher in this game. He squares around once again, but he pulls the bat back. It's outside, and the count's 1-1. And as a player, when you're trying to bunt the ball, that's the most important thing, is that you bunt at a strike. So a good job there by Hogan Brown to recognize that pitch off the plate and pull the bat back in time. Likely will be squaring around once again. He is, and he pulls the bat back, and the ball gets away from the catcher Mullen. That's the second wild pitch of the inning for Majors pitching. And now the runners move into scoring position, so the bunt will be taken off, and he's able to hit in a hitter's count. It's 2-1 to the Jackfish first baseman. So that takes away the possibility of a sacrifice now. Unless they're going to try to squeeze a run home from third base, which doesn't seem likely. The infield is going to come in now. The corner's playing on the grass. Pitching out of an abbreviated windup. Brown takes outside. Counts 3-1. Just a quick observation on Daniel Gore coming out of the bullpen. Seems to have quite a bit of velocity out of that right arm. See if Brown can catch up to a fastball with two runners on and the infield in. Here comes 3-1. Outside corner, strike two. Brown wanted to toss that bat aside and go down to first base, but it was called on the plate. And the count runs full. It's 3-2. And in this situation, if you're the hitter, really just got to put a ball in play. A fly ball gets a run home and ties this ball game. The runner just 90 feet away. Here comes the 3-2. Outside, he missed it. That's ball four. Hogan Brown trots down to first base. And here comes Mateo Porcelato. Nobody out, and the base is loaded.
Your designated hitter, number 10, Mateo Porcelato.
He's the number 9 hitter today, designated hitter. Wasn't originally in the lineup, but the Jackfish had to shift a few things around, so he's now in there. And the DH swings and misses at a high fastball. Counts 0-1. The defense now takes a step back. The corner's still playing in Krasminski and Welland on the edge of the grass. Up the middle, though, playing more in double play depth with a force at any base. It's taken down low now. And Porcelato is now tied at, even in the count. It's 1-1. Chance to drive in a bunch of runs. Here comes the 1-1. Outside corner at the letters. That's strike two. The count's 1-2. Jackfish still looking for that one big hit to bust this game open. And the 1-2 to Porcelato. It's outside. Mullen reaches out. He made the play on it. And the count comes even up at 2-2 now. Jackfish have answered the 2 runs the Majors scored in the top half of this inning, scoring 2 of their own. Still trail at by 1 run. 4-3 is the score. The 2-2 offering, Porcelletto fouls it straight back. You could tell he was right on that fastball. Just couldn't quite get all the barrel on it. Count remains at 2-2. The runner at third base is Ethan Hunt. Out at second base is Leo Marcotic and Hogan Brown. At first, 2-2 pitch. Outside corner, strike 3 called. He's rung up by Dean Overly. His second strikeout today, and they go back to the top of the lineup now in Gio Morello.
Number 11, Gio Morello.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Porcelletto looking in this game. Now top of the order in Morello, looking to come up with a huge hit here and bust this game open. Like I mentioned, Jackfish have been able to score a few in this inning, but still looking for that one really big hit to open the game wide up. First pitch to Morello, hit on the ground to second base, and it's off the glove of McQueen. Bounds into right field, hunts in to score. Another run comes across the plate. That's Marcotic. And an error by the second baseman, or a ball that went off his glove into right field, scores 2 runs, and the Jackfish lead it 5-4. And now a pinch hitter coming up to the plate. It's the left-handed hitting Tyson Gaum, who's going to get an opportunity.
Pinch hitting for the Jackfish, number 4, Tyson.
An interesting situation, Dupuis out of this game. So 2 runs cross the plate. Jackfish lead it now 5-4. And it's Tyson Gaum, the left-handed hitter, getting an opportunity to hit. With a runner at first base in Morello, Hogan Brown stands at third base, good speed on both bags. 1 out. First pitch bounced on the ground to second base. That'll get a run home. McQueen flips it to first base. It's in time, but Brown crosses the plate, so a productive at-bat for the pinch hitter Gaum. And the Jackfish lead at 6-4.
Right fielder, number 13, Brandon Nicholson.
So here comes Brandon Nicholson now. He's the 9th man to come to the plate in this 6th inning for the Fish. After going down 4-1, the Jackfish have really answered the call here on offense. Now leading at 6-4 as Wyatt Hummel continues to throw in that Jackfish bullpen. No action in the Majors bullpen. First pitch is outside and low to Nicholson. Counts 1-0. Jackfish have scored 5 times in this inning. Still a runner in scoring position in Morello at second base. Nicholson fouls it off his foot at the plate. And he's shaken up after that one. He'll take a walk around now onto the grass around the home plate area. Still trying to walk it off a little bit as home plate umpire Dean Overly gives him some time. Looks to be okay, though. He's going to get back into the box now. It's a 1-1 count after that foul ball. Nicholson, the Canisius College product, stands in and swings and misses at a high fastball. 1-2 now, playing in his 3rd year here with Welland. Joined the team about halfway through the season a year ago. But now with a full campaign, has put up some big numbers for this team. And it's 1-2 count. Morello's running for third. The throw down there, the slide. Not in time, he's safe. Morello steals third base. That's his second stolen base of the game. Now 11 on the season for him. And he's 90 feet away. 2-2 count to Nicholson. And here comes the offering from Gore. Popped up on the infield. Gore's calling for it around the mound. He reaches out and makes the catch. And the inning is over, but the Jackfish score 5 times en route to taking a 6-4 lead. We're going to the back third of this game as we go to the top of the 7th.
Back down to the field.
Seventh inning we go now. Wyatt Hummel, the new pitcher, into the game, so Hartford out of the game. After 6 innings, gave up 4 runs. Wyatt Hummel on for his 5th appearance of the game. 6 2/3 so far on the year. First hitter of this inning is Phil Whalen. He's going to lead things off. Struck out and hit into a fielder's choice in this game. Wyatt Hummel has pitched against the majors already this season. That was back in that 8-7 win here at the Pond. 8-7 comeback win by the Jackfish. And he pitched a scoreless 9th inning. Kind of came into a game where you were thinking, well, just hold them and see if you can possibly score a couple in the 9th. The Jackfish wound up coming all the way back. So he picked up the win in that game. He's got a 4.05 ERA as he fires a pitch on the outside corner. Good velocity on the fastball, and the count's 1-1. This is his 5th appearance, but his 4th relief appearance. He did make a start this year. That was against Toronto. He went 2 2/3 as he misses down low. That was when the Jackfish won 10-9, but he was out of the game well before the Jackfish came back to win that one. So he picked up a no decision. But no runs in his last 2 outings. So really starting to pitch well. Here comes the 2-1 pitch on the ground to shortstop. It's picked up, thrown across the diamond by Smybert. That's in time. and there's one out. That seems like a good time to tell you about the defensive changes now for Welland. The pinch hitter, Tyson Gaum, comes into the game. He plays second base now. Moving from second base to third base is Leo Markotic. And then from third base to shortstop now, James Smybert is in there at shortstop. So good versatility for the Jackfish as they're able to shift this infield around and still have a strong defensive core on the field. Wyatt Hummel misses high, and the count's 1-0. This is Chris McQueen popped up in foul territory to the catcher Sam Cocker on a ball that kept drifting out towards the Jackfish dugout as Hummel misses again high. And the count's 2-0 with the leadoff hitter Jacob Newton on deck. It was a great play by the catcher Cocker to stick with the ball and reach out at the last second to squeeze it. And that got the Jackfish out of the inning. The 2-0 pitch to McQueen, right at the knees, that's a strike. Counts 2-1 now, no action in either bullpen. So this is definitely Hummel's inning, possible 2 innings of work in this game. And Daniel Gore likely will stay in the game for the Majors. It's a 2-1 count to the number 9 hitter and second baseman McQueen as he slashes a ball foul left side. Count evens up at 2-2, and Hummel's been able to get that fastball by the hitter McQueen in this at-bat. The number 9 hitter at the plate likely will stick with it. With the top of the order looming here in this 7th inning. Left-handed hitting McQueen crouches down low in the box. Hummel couldn't get on the same page as Cocker, shook off a few times, and then time was called at the plate. Hummel pitching out of the full windup out of the bullpen, not something you see a whole lot. Breaking ball bounced on the ground, that'll be foul. And the count remains at 2-2. Hummel, before playing here in the IBL, pitched 2 seasons in the West Coast League for Kelowna in 2018 and 19. Looks to pitch a lot here in this campaign for the Jackfish. 2-2 count, pitch to McQueen. It's inside. He had to dance out of the way. The count runs full to 3-2 with Jacob Newton, the center fielder, waiting on deck. If anybody can find a way on, Drew Lawrence would get an opportunity as well. The 3-2 offering from Hummel on the ground to second base, picked up by Gaum. It goes underneath the glove. It bounced off the webbing and sneaks into right field. That'll go down as an E4. Now a runner at first base, so the number 9 hitter McQueen reaches on the air, and now it goes to the top of the order in Jacob Newton.
Center fielder Jacob Newton.
So the ball just snuck underneath the glove of Tyson Gaum. Now the infield playing in double play depth. The shortstop and the second baseman pinching closer to the middle of the diamond as they try to turn 2 with the center fielder at the plate. Hummel's first pitch to Newton, it's outside. He falls behind quickly, 1-0. 4th at-bat of the game for Jacob Newton. He walked his last at-bat. That was last inning in the 6th. Came all the way around to score in that 2-run inning. Hummel taking his time. The 1-0 pitch is high, and it's 2-0. As Hummel tries to do some work on that mound, as looks like the bullpen is moving around now down there for Welland. Nobody started throwing yet. It's a 2-0 count to Jacob Newton. One gone, runner at first base. Big lead for McQueen. Misses high. And the count's 3-0. McQueen does not have a stolen base on the year so far, but with that lead over there, looking like he wants to go. Hummel takes a look. The 3-0 offering on the way. He missed high once again. That was 3 straight pitches up high. That'll be a walk for the leadoff hitter, Jacob Newton, and now there is action in the Jackfish bullpen. Chris Bowato has started to throw. As we're going to get a mound visit from Rick Pilateri. And Bowato just started throwing out there on that bullpen mound. So once again, with Drew Lawrence coming up, who has been a great hitter for this team this season, he's 1 for 3 today at an infield single back in the first inning against Jake Harford. Pilateri comes out with a quick message as Bowato continues to loosen up in the Jackfish pen. Bowato, kind of that reliever who started a few games for the team last year, could jump in and out of the rotation. Also a guy that pitches really in any situation. He's closed out some games for this team. He's pitched some middle relief. Usually good for a few innings. Hummel's going to face a right-handed hitter now in Lawrence. He's got his sign. Checks the runner at second base. Pitching from the stretch. First pitch to Lawrence. Inside corner. It's a strike. Lawrence doesn't love the call, but it was on the inside edge. The sun is now completely down here, sitting around 8:40 here in Welland. No sunlight on the field. The lights are on. The 0-1 pitch to Lawrence. Outside corner. That's strike 2. And what a job by the catcher, Sam Cocker. A pitch that was close to being off the plate on the outside edge. Framed the pitch perfectly and got the strike call. And Hummel's way ahead now. It's 0-2 with 1 away. McQueen's at second base. The 0-2 to Lawrence. Breaking ball down low. Cocker. Huge block on a ball in the dirt. And there's that defense that I've talked about today. Able to get down there. He knew the breaking ball was coming. Possibly the ball would bounce in the dirt, and he got there quickly and didn't allow any advancement. And we've seen that on the major side a few times today. The 1-2 pitch is inbound. Bounced on the ground to Gom. Go to second for 1. Back to first. Safe at first base on a head-first dive. It looked like out at second base, the new shortstop, James Smybert, kind of had some trouble getting it out of his glove. But they did get the out at second base, so there's 2 gone. And here comes Cleveland Brownlee to the plate. So Brownlee's going to get an opportunity with 2 outs and 2 runners on base. In his last time up, he ripped a double in the left center field gap. Hummel trying to get a huge out here in the 7th inning. First pitch to Brownlee at the knees. It's a strike. The count's 0-1. A little bit of a different approach. Harford early on in this game attacked Brownlee with a lot of breaking balls. Hummel starts him off with a fastball right at the knees. Perfect spot for it. And he got the strike call. Jackfish still lead at 6-4. Pitch to Brownlee. Bounced foul at the plate. And the count's 0-2 as Brownlee drops the bat. He's going to take a walk around as he might have fouled that ball off of himself. Taking a moment to get ready to go again. Still stretching out there at the plate. He's down in the count 0-2. As Hummel really tries to work out of it. Brownlee still walking around the plate, not able to get back into the box. Really shook him up there. Not exactly sure where the ball got him on the foul ball. But he seems to be okay now. He's finally going to get back into the box. And he looks to be good to go. Runners at first and third on the corners. Drew Lawrence stands over there at first base. It's Jacob Newton. Over at third, Brownlee swing and a miss on a breaking ball. He's down on strikes. And Hummel works out of a jam. The Majors get runners on the corners. They don't score any, though. As the Jackfish still lead at 6-4, they come to bat in the bottom of the seventh. Sam Cocker to the plate now as he leads off this seventh inning for the Jackfish, and he takes inside corner strike one. Due up this inning, it is Cocker. James Smybert will get another opportunity here, and then Ethan Hunt. The 0-1 pitch to Cocker right at the letters, that's a strike. And the count is 0-2. Next pitch to Cocker bounced on the ground. That's a foul ball. Count remains at 0-2. The next pitch to Cocker, it drifts outside. Counts 1-2 now. He takes a ball. Cocker's been on base a few times today. Does not have a hit yet, though. He has been hit. He has also walked. getting his fourth chance here. He skies a ball on the infield. First baseman Welland coming in, moving over now, and he sticks with it to make the play. A little bit of an adventure for the first baseman Welland, who did end up making the catch. And that's the first out of the inning, and here comes James Smybert. So a pop-up to the first baseman gets the first out of the inning. And it's James Smybert now the shortstop for Welland. Started the game at third base. First pitch to him, inside corner, it's a strike. The count's 0-1. Smybert does play both shortstop and third base. He's playing in the Frontier League this year, and he hits the ball on the ground at first base. Welland picks it up, take it to the bag himself. 2 gone, 3 unassisted. And here comes Ethan Hunt.
The left fielder, number 25, Ethan Hunt.
So Ethan Hunt, last time up, he did have a hit into center field. Looking to do that again, work some 2-out magic. Does have a home run this year as well. This would be a big spot for one of those. First pitch is on the outside corner, it's a strike. The count is 0-1. Hunt looking to just get on base any way possible. Get Markotic to the dish, he takes outside. And it's 1-1. Leo Markotic on deck. Was a part of that defensive shifting. He started the game at second base, now playing third base for the Jackfish. Another pitch is outside, and the count's 2-1 on Ethan Hunt, who's playing left field. Started off his tenure with the Jackfish playing at third base. Now has moved into a more full-time outfield job as he grounds a ball to shortstop. Cup with it is right, throw in time. And 1-2-3 go the Jackfish in the 7th inning. They still lead at 6-4 as we move to the 8th. Eighth inning we go now, and Robert Mullen, the catcher, and number 4 hitter in this lineup, he's going to lead off. 4, 5, 6 due up in this inning. It's Starling Joseph after Robert Mullen. Taylor Wright will get an opportunity in this inning as well. As Wyatt Hummel out there on the mound thought possibly that was his last hitter either way last inning. As the first pitch to Mullen is up high. Counts 1-0. But evidently, if he got Brownlee, he was going to be able to stick around in this game, and he did get Brownlee, which was a huge out to keep this game right where it is at 6-4. The 1-0. In the air center field. Morello calling everybody off. Medium depth center field. Makes the catch. And there's one gone as he gets Mullen to fly out. So now it's Starling Joseph, 1 for 3, getting his fourth at-bat here. Popped up to the shortstop in his last time up. He's also struck out and singled. His single came back in the second inning. That was his first at-bat of the game. See bats with nobody on and one out. Wright waits on deck. The first pitch of the at-bat from Hummel pours it over the outside corner. It's a strike. And it's 0-1. As I was saying, thought Hummel might be out of this game with Boato loosening up in the pen. But he got that out of Brownlee. Now he gets a fly out here in this inning, and a breaking ball just misses down low. From up here, looked like he might have gotten it over at the knees. But no dice. And the count evens up at 1-1. The 1-1 offering to Joseph, swing and a miss. Hummel got him to swing through it, and the count's now 1-2. Starling Joseph, playing in his first season with London, from the Dominican Republic as well. Sees a 1-2 breaking ball. Inside corner, strike three, ring him up. Hummel got the call. Joseph wasn't too happy about it, but he'll trot back to the dugout. And there's two gone. So that's a looking strikeout for Hummel, his second strikeout of his outing. Remember, he struck out Brownlee to end the 7th inning. And now the second out of this 8th inning comes via the punch-out. He got Joseph on the inside corner on a breaking ball, and now Taylor Wright, the shortstop, comes up to the plate, hit a home run back in the 2nd inning. Got the offense started for the Majors. They held the lead until the 6th. They pushed 2 more across in that 6th inning before the Jackfish came storming back to score 5 runs, and he crushes another ball right field. This ball's on a line, and it is gone. Second home run of the game for Taylor Wright. And the Majors are right back in it, down by 1 run. It's 6-5.
Third baseman Gibson Grzminski.
So the second home run of the game for the Majors. Second home run of the game for the shortstop Taylor Wright. Both coming to right field. And that one was really a no-doubter off the bat. Hit it on a line off the bat, maybe not high enough, but the right fielder Nicholson turned around. Didn't really run too hard after it. You kind of knew the ball was either going to get out of here or was going to get off the wall. It ended up just clearing the fence. 6-5, Jackfish lead it now. It's a 1-run game as Hummel continues to pitch. Boato back up in the bullpen. This is his 2nd time throwing, so it shouldn't take him too long to get loose. The 0-0 pitch on the corner, that's a strike. To Gibson Grzminski, the third baseman. If he can find a way on, Phil Whalen will get an opportunity to hit. As we're in the bottom third of this London order, and he swings through the next pitch. It's a fastball. That's strike 2. And the count's now 0-2. Grzminski walked in his first at-bat in the 2nd inning. He's flown out and lined out as well. Last time up, lined out to right field. The 0-2 pitch popped up foul over our heads into the parking lot. And the count remains 0-2. Krasminski playing in only his third game here for the Majors. Got a late start to the season, but he started off the season strong in their first 2 games, going 2 for 4. The 0-2 pitch from Hummel. It's a breaking ball, missing outside. He wanted the call. It looked like the Jackfish defense thought it was going to be strike 3. They started to go off the field, but didn't get the call from Dean Overly. Counts now 1-2 with 2 outs, nobody on base. Pitch from Hummel, bounced on the ground to third base. Mercadic is going to let it roll foul. Smart play by the Welland third baseman. If he comes in and gloves that ball, I don't know how great of an opportunity he has to throw out the runner Krasminski at first base. So a smart play to just let it roll foul. Likely getting some directions from his catcher, Sam Cocker, who can see the line of the ball maybe a little bit better from his position. Knew it was going to bounce into foul territory. So instead of being an infield single for Krasminski, it's just a foul ball, and the count remains 1-2. Boato has now seemed to stop throwing down there. Looks like he's ready if needed. 1-2 count. Hummel has his sign now, pitching from the full windup. And the offering in the air, left field. It is foul. Just to the left of the chalk. Almost squirted down the line. But another foul ball. That's back-to-back foul balls. As Krasminski really taking his time out there. Walking back now towards the home plate area. Finally gets his bat back. Now he's going to put some pine tar on it. Left-handed hitter's now going to climb back into the box. Hummel looking for this out here after just giving up a home run in a 1-run game. Now, if he can get out of this inning with just that 1 run, see if the Jackfish can push a few more across in the bottom of the 8th. Breaking ball, outside corner, strike 3 called. He's rung up. Krasminski didn't like the call, but it doesn't matter. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. So a home run scores 1 run for the Majors, but still the Jackfish lead at 6-5 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Here comes Leo Markotic. He'll lead off the inning here, the number 7 hitter in the Jackfish order. First pitch of the inning is inside. The count's 1-0. Mullen having a discussion there with the home plate umpire, Dean Overly. That's been a theme in this game. A lot of people questioning the strike zone. It's a 1-0 pitch from Gore. Bounced on the ground to third base. Bounces over the head of Krasminski. And Markotic is going to get on for a second time here today. So now it's Hogan Brown, left-handed hitting first baseman, the number 8 hitter in this lineup. He's going to get an opportunity to hit with a runner on, and this is a big spot here for the Jackfish, possibly push one or more across to have a little more insurance going into that 9th inning. By the looks of it, Chris Boato will be coming out for the 9th. But nobody's throwing now down there. Could just be ready to go. Before the start of the at-bat to Hogan Brown will be check on the runner over there at first base. Markotic back easily. For Markotic now, that's 2 hits, 2 for 4 in this ball game. Started out with 2 strikeouts, but he's gotten things on track in his first game here with the Jackfish. Hogan Brown takes outside corner, strike 1. And the count is now 0-1. Hogan Brown from Virginia Beach. Played college ball in Virginia. The 0-1 pitch to him is down low, below the knees, possibly a bit outside. And the count's 1-1. Markotic standing over there at first base after he hit a ball to third base. It looked like it was going to be a routine play, but a wicked hop bounced over the glove of Krasminski. And Markotic got on, and now an off-speed pitch is swung through by Brown. So a tough sequence there for the Majors third baseman. He strikes out to end the top half of the 8th, and then the first play of the bottom half, ball bounces right over his glove. Hogan Brown sitting in a 1-2 count. Looking to cash in that runner from first base, see if the Jackfish can get a little bit of insurance run. Long pause on the mound. Time was called at the plate. Brown still fouled it away, but that's not going to count. Time was called by Hogan Brown. And the count's now 1-2. That's pretty impressive to be able to call time and then turn around and still get a piece of the pitch. Brown at the plate. Porcelato waiting on deck. Now Gore steps off the mound. Still looking into Mullen. Doesn't like what he's seeing. Now he gets the sign. Here comes the 1-2 to Brown. Bounces in there. A delayed steal is on. Markotic dives, and now he gets in there to second base. Looked like he dove short. But the throw was offline, so he got up and still made it into second base. So an unorthodox way of stealing a base, but he gets in there. Looked like he was doing a bit of the worm out there, but he still got it. Now time is called, and Brown's going to get an opportunity to hit with a runner in scoring position. 2-2 count to Brown. That pitch that Markotic stole the base on was down in the dirt. It bounced up to the plate. Brown hitting in a 2-2 count. Swings and fouls it off the end of the bat. Directly over there to that first base, or third base side dugout, excuse me. Hopefully everybody's paying attention down there. That ball came in hot. The designated hitter, Matteo Porcelato, stands on deck. It's Leo Marcotic out at second base. In stealing that base, showed off he's got some decent speed as well on the bases. The pitch to Brown, swing and a miss. He got the strikeout, and there's one gone. So Hogan Brown has struck out 3 times
The DH, number 10.
in this game, all 3 times swinging. He's also walked. And now here comes the DH, Matteo Porcelato, who is trying to avoid his 3rd strikeout of the game. He struck out twice, both times looking at the 3rd strike. Also been hit by a pitch today. So he's going to hit with a runner at second base. Big opportunity to get an insurance run here for the Jackfish before we go to the 9th. First pitch to Porcelato at the knees. That's strike 1. Coming into play today, the left-handed hitting Porcelato hitting .211 on the year. Trying to bump those numbers up with a massive hit with a runner standing at second base. The pitch is down low. Mullen had to reach out, just gloved it before the ball bounced in the dirt. So the count evens up at 1-1. The shortstop right standing right behind the runner. Marcotic out there at second base. Now he bounces back to his position. It's popped foul over our heads. Counts 1-2, and now we've seen Gore get inside here on Porcelato a couple times. Not able to get his arms extended. Just fouling the ball back. Top of the order, leadoff hitter Gio Morello is standing on deck. Porcelato still trying to drive a run in with 1 out and a runner at second. In the air, that's right to shortstop. Taylor right underneath and makes the catch. And there's 2 out as Matteo Porcelato pops up to the shortstop. That'll bring up Gio Morello.
Center fielder, number 11, Gio Morello.
So last time Gio Morello was up, he hit a ball hard off the glove of Chris McQueen. It plated 2 runs. Plated 2 runs last time, trying to plate a run here in this 8th inning. Steps into the box now, another left-handed hitter here to face the right-handed pitching Daniel Gore. First pitch to Morello popped up. Moving into foul territory is Krasminski, still going towards the bullpen now, and the ball's going to drop foul. He kept going down there towards that Welland bullpen, and the screen there that protects the ball from going through, and now the manager of the London Majors, Roop Shanderdat's out of the dugout. He's going to have a conversation with first base umpire Ben Mercier about that screen being in the way down that left field line. But I'm not quite sure what you can do in that situation. So now after Shanderdat has a conversation with them, they're all going to get together. They're going to talk this one over. And I'm not too sure what the ruling would be. Would it be interference on the screen and they would call the out? Not exactly sure what they're talking about here. I know, not happy about that screen being in the way, but this is a lengthy conversation now. And now Jackfish manager Brian Essery is also going to come out of the dugout. And they're going to call him out. The crowd's not happy. Morello's standing at the plate, and now Coach Ricky Piliteri and manager Brian Essery are having a conversation with home plate umpire Dean Overly right now.
Back down to the field. Time for Welland Jackfish.
So an interesting end to the inning, but the inning does come to a close nonetheless. Jackfish lead at 6-5. We go now to the 9th inning.
Ryan's down there.
Closing time here at the pond. We go to the 9th inning. Jackfish hold a 1-run lead at 6-5. And Phil Whalen will lead off the inning. He's the number 8 hitter. And then Chris McQueen is due up. Then it goes back to the top of the order in Jacob Newton. Chris Boato on the mound to close things down. He gets a strike on the inside corner. And it's 0-1. For Boato, his 6th appearance of the year, all coming out of the bullpen, 2.89 ERA. The next pitch popped up down the right field side, but that'll get well foul onto the burn. And the count is 0-2. Boato quickly ahead coming out of the bullpen, and that's something he's known to do. Comes out of the pen, throws a lot of strikes. And he's ahead on Whalen, 0-2. Pitched 9 1/3 innings so far this season. Pitching out of the full windup. Pitch to Whalen. In the air, popped up. Again, down the first base side. On the run is Brown. He reaches out, can't make the play. Got down close to that Majors bullpen. Couldn't make the play, though, so Whalen's going to stay alive now. For Boato, He's also struck out 16 hitters, and that's a byproduct of being able to get ahead of the hitters and then use that good breaking ball he has. Also worth noting right now on the defensive side of the ball for Welland, Tyson Gom, who came into the game as a pinch hitter for Tyler Dupuis, is out of the game. Mike Wagner now playing second base. Next pitch from Bowato, back to the mound, he gloves it. Runs halfway there, flip underhand, and there's one out. The ball was hit hard, looked like it was destined for center field, but quick reactions on the mound by Bowato, and there's one gone.
Pitch hitting for London, number 12, Keith Candell.
So Chris McQueen due up, but Keith Candell, the regular shortstop for the majors, is going to come off the bench, and he's going to get a chance to hit in the 9th inning. For Candell, 257 on the year. Does have a home run. Takes outside corner strike. And it's 0-1. Candell is the everyday shortstop for this team. Today, not in the lineup as Taylor Wright played shortstop. Check swing from Candell down to first base. No swing. Bowato can't believe it. And the count's 1-1. The 1-1 offering, swing and a miss on a high fastball. That time Candell definitely went around. And the count's 1-2 with one away. Jacob Newton, the center fielder and leadoff man for this major squad, awaits on deck. The 1-2 from Bowato just misses outside. It's 2-2. Bowato took a few steps off the mound, thought he got him on the outside corner. No luck, though. And the count is even at 2-2. Candell, right-handed hitter, facing the lefty Bowato. Here comes the 2-2. It's inside. Almost ran in and got Candell. And the count's now 3-2. And pinch hitting, always a very difficult thing to do in baseball. One of the more difficult things to do. And Candell's worked this count full. Taken a couple borderline pitches. Bowato trying to finish him off. Here comes a 3-2. Broken bat into left field. Soft serve single for Candell. Got absolutely sawed off.
Center fielder, Jacob
But
Newton.
he gets on, and now there's a runner at first base as they go back to the top of the order. And here comes Jacob Newton. So with that hit, Newton comes up. He'll face the lefty in Bowato, his first opportunity to face a left-handed pitcher here in this game. Drew Lawrence now is on deck. Candell over there at first. Popped up high in the air. Second baseman Wagner moving over. Now drifting into the outfield. Squeezes it for the second out of the inning. And the Jackfish are one out away.
Left fielder,
Second time in this game, Newton has popped up to the second baseman. And here comes Drew Lawrence. Lawrence, one of the best hitters on this team.